here getting ready to feed my plants. And I just want you to see what I've got going on here. I'm going to put some water in. Well, I got water in there, but I'm going to put on some gloves and take my these are not the gloves I want. Here they are. Okay. I'm going to put these gloves on, and then we're going to go down there and drop some fertilizer. I use the Dr. Earth organic and natural, and I need to put the water hose out there so that I can get it. Excuse me for moving the camera so much. Pluto and I, Mary Pluto, are going to water the plants on the ground first. I do the deck last because if it gets dark out here, then I can do them up here. I hope this is not turned the wrong way, because I hate it when people are videoing and the camera is in the up and down, the long shot. I like it to the side like this, but this is saying orientation is locked. Rotate device back. So anyway, we're going to see. This is my first live. I don't even know what this is supposed to look like. But we're going to go over here first because I've got some squash coming up in this bed. And the squash over here is doing pretty good. You see them? Here's one. Here's one. There's one. I try to fertilize about every 2 weeks. So I'm just going to sprinkle a little bit of this around in there. And then I'll do a deep watering. Just take a handful, sprinkle it around. Not even a whole handful. It's not much at all. You don't need a whole lot. I think it says like 1/8 of a cup for about every 10 feet, 10 square feet. So let's see. Last time I alternate my fertilizer. I used fish emulsion last time. And this time I'm using Dr. Earth. So I just mix it up. We've been getting some really, really strong sun. Pluto, get back here. Pluto, come back. And normally I get my meter and measure the pH levels, and I try to see if the soil is wet or normal. If it's wet, I don't water at all. Now, if it says dry to normal, I may water a little bit depending on the weather. If there's no sight of rain and it's going to be a hot, hot day, the temperatures are going to get up in the 80s or 90s the next day, I'll go ahead and water a little bit, because I do all of my watering here at night. I am in doing the garden at school, and that one I don't water it at night. I water it in the middle of the day. And I know that's not the best time to water, but because it's just me watering right now, that's the best I can do. And it's better that the plants get some water than not to get watered at all. So that's what we do. But I try to do a deep watering, and I'm not really sure if I should be doing as much deep right now. But I didn't water yesterday, so it should be okay today. It should be ready for good watering. And I think I'm gonna have to go get my lighter and light my torch because the mosquitoes are already out here. Uh, Let me go and pull this down so I get the kinks out of this hose. I'm still putting down hardware cloth. I mean, not hardware cloth. I keep saying that about this stuff, but putting down this. My gimbal broke, guys. That's why I'm having to hold this camera, and you're having to look at me, try to balance it, and all that kind of stuff. But I'm so sorry. I wish I didn't break my gimbal, but I did. So sorry. Um, I'm gonna put a little bit in here. These I just planted them um, when Saturday, so I'm gonna feed them a little bit. It's mostly radishes and lemon balm and some cereus flowers. Try not to put the water too strong because they're babies. They won't take too much beating from the water hose. And these two, I just watered. I just put these out here this weekend as well. It look like they're not living. I'm probably gonna lose them because they were just too young to put out. They were too young, and I tried to put them out anyway. But we'll see what happens. Parsley, I don't think any of my parsley lived. I'm gonna plant some seeds, and the basil is barely hanging on. I think I'm just gonna put some seeds in here and see if I can bring them up that way because I tried to germinate these inside and they germinated. They did okay inside under the lamps, but I just brought them out too soon. So we're gonna see. I don't give up very easily. When I try to do something, I try to follow it through to the end. But oh yeah, these need water. I don't even need to measure these. These are some bush beans and some sage back there, and some carrots over on the other side. I mean, not carrots, tomatoes over on the other side over here. And some marigolds that I started from seed right here. I don't know if they're going to even like this Dr. Earth, but I would imagine if flowers, if food like it, flowers should be okay with it too. This thyme back here look like it's struggling. Just slightly as well. Then we all know that I'm going to have to get closer to the tomatoes because they don't like to be. My water hose got a kink in it. That's why I've got to get my irrigation put in. I've got to. Mm, I knocked that one down. See it laying down? Yep. Definitely got to get the irrigation, drip irrigation put in. See if I can hit it up here and let the water run downhill between this time. That way I don't have to put the water directly on it. Just let it run downhill. Put it a little closer in here. Some of these look like they needed to be watered yesterday. I just didn't water them. I don't know why I didn't. I didn't think they needed it because I watered them over the weekend. I was out here every day this weekend watering and planting, and I just didn't think they were needed. It looked like they needed it. I've got to do it very lightly, but I do want it to go deep enough that when the sun come out, because we've been getting some really strong hot suns, um, it won't burn it. That's alyssum, and I didn't break them up. I said, let me just put them in here and let them get stronger before I separate them. They can depend on each other and get a little bit bigger. These are my companion plants that I want to ward off other insects. Pluto is having a ball over there. He loves this tart almost as much as I do. I normally don't sit down to water, but this chair was over here and I'm taking advantage of it. Uh, let's see, we can take those. Take these off the bottom of that tomato plant and stand it up a little bit more. Some soil down here. Take these off the bottom. I've got to get that roof on that greenhouse, and for some reason I have a friend of mine that fell off his ladder working on a house, and we're about the same age, so now he's got me afraid to work by myself like I've been doing. I put that basically together alone. I had a little bit of help from my brother. If you look at the other videos, you'll see that I had a little bit of help, but not a whole lot. So now I'm held up because I'm afraid to be on the ladder by myself here at the house because of what happened to him. He was working on the house by himself, and he fell off the ladder and hurt his back and his hip. So now he can't do anything, any kind of work like that. He's just only able to do the bare minimum, which is get up and walk and go where you need to go. He can drive and do stuff like that, but he's not able to work like he used to. And that's the thing with age as you get older. One thing can change the whole trajectory of your life um, when it comes to your health when you get older. So you really have to be careful. Um, I enjoy working with my hands. I enjoy gardening. And if something were to happen where I can't do this, I don't know what I would do. I don't know what I would do. I would have to pray real hard for God to give me strength to do anything else. Because I love, 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 love gardening. And this one definitely, um, I've got to definitely give get this cut around here. I should have cut it today, but I didn't think about it. I did think about it. I didn't want to do it. Let me just go on and be truthful with you. I didn't feel like doing it after I got home from work. I'm a school teacher. It is the end of the year, and I work in the special ed department, so we have a lot of paperwork and stuff to do, and grades to do, and children to see and work with, and it's a lot going on. I'm gonna miss my babies though for this summer. I'm not working this summer because I wanted to get this greenhouse finished, and I took off. But I'm gonna miss them. I can already tell that I am going to miss them, little booger nose kids. I found my niche, teaching children and doing a garden. Wish I had done this earlier in my life. I'm sorry, guys. I know I'm throwing y'all around, but I've only got one hand here I'm trying to work with and let you see the garden and what I'm doing. I am so proud of my garden. It's coming along really well. Now, this weekend, I'm going to come out here and start staking stuff up because, as you can see, this pepper plant here is starting to lean, and this is why I've got to get these weeds from around here because they're trying to come up in the bed, and that I don't want. Okay, but I don't have time to pull them right now because I'm losing daylight. But I am definitely going to get this grass cut probably tomorrow and try to get some hardware cloth. I mean some landscape cloth down tomorrow over in this area and put those other two beds right over there over here and get something planted inside of them. Growing with Hudson Hay. Hi, Hudson Hay. How are you? You're my first live person. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm happy that you're here. And forgive me for shaking this camera so much. Um, I broke my gimbal. I was talking about it earlier. I broke my gimbal and now I've got to hold it. My tripod is not working either, so I'm going to have to get to working. But these are sweet peppers here. These are sweet peppers growing with Hudson. And um, that over there is a cantaloupe. Okay, but this is what I'm working with here. I've got quite a few of plants, and right now what I'm doing is I'm feeding my plants this Dr. Earth. I substitute Dr. Earth and sometimes fish emotion about every 2 weeks. I alternate. I mean, not substitute, but I alternate. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I really can't complain. God has really blessed me, Hudson, and I am so grateful that I can do this. Um, Pluto, you need to stop. I don't know where his manners went, but you need to, Pluto. You know you need to stop. He doesn't like talking on the phone, so he won't let me look at him and um talk to him. No. Okay. See all my little bitty marigolds. I'm trying to grow a lot of them so that I can get them big enough to put in the other beds as companion plants. And that's a little bit of corn over here. I've got corn in another bed as well. Okay, I've got tomatoes on this plant here. It's starting to bear. This one is starting to bear, and this one. I didn't see these. These were not here yesterday. These were not here yesterday or a day before yesterday because I didn't come out yesterday. I came out day before. But yeah, my tomato plants are doing great. And these are some asparagus beans. I tried them last year, Hudson. They did not do anything for me. I got them to grow, but I didn't get many beans on them at all. See, and I started these from seeds. Most of my plants I start from seed inside in some things, some containers that I got off of Timu. Okay, let's water this in. I'd like to see your garden is looking good. It's supposed to rain 7 days in Tennessee. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's not good. We went through that just recently this past fall. It rained so much that my house flooded underneath the crawl space, and it was hard to grow anything out here. I mean, everything was just wet, soaking wet. So I understand. I am so sorry. 7 days. But you know what? I found that I don't know how you all's weathermen are, but or women, but here in Georgia, it is not. They are not um, accurate at all because they can tell you 1 minute it's going to rain and the next minute it's going to rain and it doesn't do anything. And you would have waited for the rain, not watered your garden, and you're in trouble now because you got no rain. So your plants die. I know I'm putting water on those tomato plants and I know they don't like it, but it's hard for me to bend over and do this and hold the phone. I'm gonna have to get my tripod. I don't want to water these marigolds too hard because they're just babies. I don't want the water to knock them down. They're doing good though. I'm surprised. This is my first time ever growing marigolds. Yes, that happens a lot last year. Like, where's the rain? Right, right. Where's the rain? You said it was going to rain. Where is it? what kind of uh, weather reports are they looking at, or are they making them up? I don't know, but they're off. They're not accurate at all. A lot of times. This is some basil, Hudson, that I grew from seed, and I'm so proud of it. It's really trying to hold on, and I hope that it does. So I'm trying not to put too much water on it or knock it down because I want it to really, really grow because I plan to move it to some other plants for companion planting, but I need it to get bigger because as you can see, some of my beds already I have basil plants in them, and that companion planting really, really works. And basil is a very good companion plant for a lot of different vegetable plants. I think that's going to be enough for that one. And let's get this baby watered. Well, you know what? You say the bugs always eat yours up. That's why it makes a good companion plant because the bugs will eat your basil instead of eating your tomatoes, or it'll eat your basil and not eat your squash. So that's why I plant it with my cucumbers and all that kind of stuff so that I can have those vegetables. And that's why I plant a lot of it because if the bugs eat some of it, then they can't eat it all. So I still get some basil. But that's why I grow so much so that I can have some and the bugs can have some. But it keeps them from eating up my good plants, the plants that I really want to eat, like my tomatoes. I need to stake this tomato plant up right here. Both of these need to be staked, but I'll do that this weekend. This is my weekend for staking. I won this flower at a gardening club. I do not catch rain, Hudson, but I have really gone in the store, picked up several of the rain catchers things. Those I forget what you call them, but I've picked them up several times and said I was gonna catch some rain to see how much rain I'm getting. I think I'll pick up one this weekend and see. But yeah, I won this plant this weekend at my gardening club. Well, it wasn't this weekend. It was last Thursday, and it's pretty. Hello, micro farmer. How are you? Welcome on board. If this is your first time, please subscribe and come back and share and give me a thumbs up. I really like gardening, and if you have any ideas about stuff that I'm doing, let me know how I can do it better. Um, but yeah, this is great. Yeah, Hudson, I'm gonna get one of those and I'm gonna put it out here and we're gonna see just what it does. Now this is my first time too growing rhubarb, and it has not peaked its face yet, but it's only been maybe oh 2 weeks since I put it in this pot. So I'm really anxious to see what's gonna happen with this. Yeah, but I'm gonna put this landscape cloth all over my back, wherever you see green back here. I'm gonna put landscape cloth, not up there. That's Fruit Lane up there. That where you see that little island with all the monkey grass going around. That's Fruit Lane, and that's the front of the house. I'm going to leave the grass in the front, but all back here around this deck where it's messy, I'm going to put landscaping cloth, and finish building the greenhouse. I've got to finish putting the top on. Got to find me some help to do that, or maybe not help, but just somebody to come over and keep me company. I asked one of my friends that work with me at the school if she would just come over and sit, have a glass of wine, and keep me company while I get on the ladder and put up the rafters so I can get my polycarbonates put up. You see that basil right there, Hudson? That basil is keeping my pepper plants from being eaten on. They're eating on the basil, but not the pepper plants. Okay. So that's how I use my basil. That's why I plant so much of it. Because bugs love it, but they love your pepper plants too, but they love the basil more. So I will sacrifice basil to get peppers because my children and my grandchildren love peppers. I'm sending boxes of peppers every 2 weeks to Texas in the summertime. I'm in Georgia, micro farmer. I'm in Georgia, 8B, south end of Georgia. Yes. I got a late start this year because last year when I started planting, I started in April, and most of the time our last frost is after Easter, around the end of April. But this year we got an early in last frost, but I didn't trust it, so I didn't put my stuff out. I waited until after Easter, and we still didn't get another frost. Everybody was waiting because, like I told you, they're not accurate. Your growing space look well organized and greenhouse. Thank you so much. I work out here daily. I come out here. I spend so much time. As you can see, it's getting dark now, and I'm still out here watering. And I'll be out here. I'm going to go in a few minutes and turn my lights on because I've got lights that will come up. See my mustard greens? They are doing so good. I see bugs getting on them a little bit, but other than that, they're doing great. And my potatoes and Swiss chard is doing great. So I'm going to go in and turn these lights on in a little bit because I won't be able to see anything. I got sunflowers in here and they are starting to bloom. Isn't that pretty? Dawson, Georgia? Okay. Do you farm in Dawson, Georgia? Micro farmer, are you located in Dawson, Georgia? I'm going to go to your page and look you up. I'm going to go to yours too, Hudson. Okay, okay. Then we're neighbors. Uh-oh, I almost fell, y'all. We're neighbors. I know where Dawson, Georgia is. I sure do. I've been to Dawson, Georgia before. I had thank you, thank you. I had some tomato plants back there, but because you see how late I'm out here watering, but because I have to water like this, I had to take them out because, like, tomatoes don't like to be sprayed on. Um, but these plants don't mind. The sunflowers don't mind, and the potatoes don't mind. That's a big round tub of potatoes. I just wish I hadn't planted the sunflowers in here with them. I didn't realize that they were going to get that big. I'm right near the DMV there, and that's one McDonald's. Oh yeah, okay. I know where you are in Dawson, Georgia. I used to drive there to go to the DMV because I didn't want to stand in line up here, and you could always get in Dawson, getting in and out. Now I go to the one in, and I used to work for DMV. I used to have a DUI school. That was fun. Things are you guys growing? Have in mind that you think I might like or could need to grow? Please put it in the comments and let me know about it because I love to grow new stuff. I love to try out new things. I still have a lot of seeds that I've gone on Etsy and bought. And yeah, these buckets, these white buckets here, they come from Publix grocery store, and they're the buckets that they put icing in off Columbus Highway by the peanut peanut plant. Okay, I know exactly where you are. Okay, okay. Well, I am in Ellenwood, Georgia, and I'm on about 6 acres of land, but behind those trees, the land is flat. There are no trees back there, and I got a big old 40 by 40 barn up there and some land down there. But yeah, it's a lot of work living on land and trying to keep it clear and keep it going. But I can't do it all, so I just do what I can do, and I just grow my vegetables here. This flower was really pretty about a week ago, and now it's not doing anything. It's not doing anything at all. And I don't know if it's because it needs to be fertilized or what. Maybe I need to put a tray in the bottom of it so that it retains its water because it's dripping out pretty fast. So that may be the case. Your plant has been doing the same thing as this one? Wow. Mountain mint, Delcata squash. Oh, okay, okay. I am definitely going to look those up because I don't have any of those. I don't have any of those, micro farmer. It be that one plant that just say good night and everything around it is fine. Yeah, exactly. But I've got two of those exact same plants, and this is my I put these lights out for the deer. Y'all, if you didn't know it, to stop deer from coming around your plants, from destroying your garden, lights. And these are solar lights. So I got them off of Amazon. They are like $10, $12 a pack. And at night they come on by themselves. And the deer see them over here. They don't even cross the fence to come from that field over there. They see these lights, and that's it for them. They don't want any parts. It'd be that one plant. Yeah, yeah. But I've got two of them. micro farmer, two that do not want to do what they're supposed to do. And I've got this bed over here, but I think I'm going to put this food in here and then going to turn the lights on out here because it's getting dark and I know you guys probably can't see a thing. I'll sprinkle this bed. This was one of the first beds I put up out here on the landscape cloth. And to tell you the truth, I really like it. Pluto, no. Go up on the deck. Go up on the deck. He's over there eating my plants. Do you all have a dog that likes to eat plants? Pluto, go. Go up on the deck. No, come here. Go up on the deck. Eating my bush beans, my asparagus beans. Look at there. Bad doggy. Pluto, go. Go. Come here. Go. Come on. Come on. You going inside. Come on. Okay, yeah. Let's just let him stay inside. Okay. Now. See, I have it out here now. Can you see? Yours like eating fruit trees. Yeah. Feed the same food and water, the same, but it won't go to plant heaven. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, mine like eating my strawberries. Pluto will tear some strawberries up now. He loves strawberries. So yeah. And I don't mind him eating some of the fruit, but I'd rather him let it grow first, you know? And I guess that's why he does it, because when we have plenty, I let him do it. Yeah, they do. They do. They will take out 3 fruit trees in a minute. Oh wow, apple and 2. Now that's too much. How are they getting the apples out of the tree? Are they picking them up off the ground before you can harvest them, huh? 2 cherry trees? Oh, now see, I would be upset. I would really be angry at that. Yeah. Yeah, see, he's mad now because he's normally out here with me and he knows that he's been bad, so he probably won't do that too much more. I think I waited a little bit too late to come out here today because it got dark quick and I'm not even halfway finished watering. I still got that whole garden area inside that thing there to water. And I'm afraid not to do it because we've been getting some really hot days and they say it's going to rain and you might get 2 minutes of rain. This thing was flowering really good at the beginning of the summer. I mean, the beginning of the spring too. And now it's not doing a thing. I mean, nothing. Okay, these are my barrels, and I love them. But these are my eggplants. I got eggplants in here. Some kale. What else? Some marigolds. Uh-huh. Now I want to ask you, do you hear strange noises at night? There, cause I heard the crazy sound at night. Thought it was a wild hog. Yeah, we do. We have coyotes out here. We have fox. We have wild hogs. Yes, we do. Um, and I normally pay attention to Pluto and take my clues from him. Um, so yeah, that's the only thing about living on so much land. When you live on land, you have to deal with the animals because it was theirs first. You know, God blessed us with a home and land, but the land that we got would belong to them first. So I try my best to share and, try not to be afraid because God knew what he was doing when he blessed me here. So, yeah, he don't make no mistakes, micro farmer. He don't make mistakes. So I can't believe that he would bring me this far and bless me like he has. And then let a fox get me. That wouldn't make much sense, would it? Okay, these are cucumbers. And see how pretty my marigolds are? That's why I can't wait till my others grow. And, I just got so tired of spending money for for seedlings because they kept going up every year. Every year, every time you go in the store, they would go up. They would have gone up $1. First, they were $3.98. Then they were $4.98. Now they're $5.98, and some places even six. I said no more. I am going to start now practicing to high cell fitness. I'm going to start now practicing how to grow my own, how to do my own seedlings. Okay, because I'm mess told there's alligators in our area because I was going to. Oh, wow. No, I'm not near. There is water near me, but it's so deep. The creek is so deep. If there are alligators, they could never get to me. Um, they would have to climb a mountain almost to get up this way. But yeah, that's in my pond, and the people was like, "Don't do that, because there's gators." So wow, no, we don't want you jumping in there. I hate it got dark on us because I wanted to show you guys my cucumbers. They're doing so good. I'll show you next time. Okay, I have wood chips in here, and inside of this place right here, I'm gonna just show you real quick. You can't really see because it's dark out here. It's really dark, so I'm gonna go and water this stuff. And I harvest my onion today. My red onions didn't do real good. I don't know why. And I still have a bunch to harvest over there. You see all those onions laying down? I've got to harvest all those. I think I may have planted them too close. And I need to, I should have thinned them out. And I didn't. But it's my first time planting onions. So I'll know next year to not plant them so close. And get these up out of the way. Yeah, I won't plant them so close next year. I'll plant them to where I can put them right here. And my garlic, I had wild garlic, guys. You would not believe that garlic is so good. And the onions are sweet. They're really sweet. You still can see the light. It's not bad. Because I can't see anything and I'm out here. These are tomatoes, so I've got to get close on them. Because, you know, they don't like to be splashed with water. And that's exactly what I was just doing. I need to take those bottom leaves off of that one. I try not to have any leaves on the bottom of my tomato plants. And they do really well when you do that, when you take the bottom leaves off. And I just leave mostly the stem. See that one? Mostly the stem. Not much leaves at all. And these are determinate. These are not indeterminate. Even my determinate plants, tomato plants, I destem them at the bottom. I don't leave those, I'm sorry, I don't leave those stems because see, I like to stand back and water. And I know with my back and my age, I'm not going to be able to bend over and get down at the root like I'm supposed to. So if there are no leaves down there to splash, then it's better for the plant. So I just, and this one here, this one was dying, guys. Every leaf on there was brown. And I pulled it off and it's coming back. I pulled all the leaves off but that one leaf. And now there are two leaves and some brand new leaves on there. They're coming back. And this is just a big bush. I've got to tackle this booger this weekend and get all of the suckers off of it. Get all of the suckers off of it and all of the and start pinching the tops. See, once it get up to this on the tomato rack, I will start pinching the tops so that it doesn't go any further. Because last year, my determinate plants, tomato plants, got out of hand, and they were going all over this fence and on the other side, and they were producing a lot of tomatoes. Which was fine, but I couldn't get to them. It was hard for me to pick all the tomatoes off. You know what? I think my onions probably did not do well because I grew them in the fall. I planted them in the fall, and because of the weather, you don't get to fertilize like you do in the spring. See, in the spring, every 2 weeks, I'm out here fertilizing, and my stuff does really well. Pruning your vegetables is good. That's one mistake a lot of new gardeners don't do and do have a successful harvest. Yes, I prune all of my vegetables, and I am a member of a gardening community, at the library right here at my house, and I am the main pruner of that group. As a matter of fact, I got in trouble last year. I've only been in the group for I think about a year and a half now. But last year I got in trouble because pruning and I pruned a pineapple sage. And there was a lady that bought the pineapple sage because she wanted the flowers. She didn't buy it for eating. She bought it for flowers. And I was like, man, why are they letting this pineapple sage get out of control like this? Somebody could be using this. Somebody could be hanging it up and drying it and using it for an herb. And I went and pruned her pineapple sage, and she was livid. But I didn't know. They didn't say anything in the meetings about don't prune the pineapple sage, don't prune the herbs. I know that there are some plants that are supposed to you're supposed to allow them to go to seed so that they're beneficial to the bugs, so that they keep the bugs off of your plants, and they also serve as a pollination. Um, so I was just doing what I was used to doing. I'm like, okay, I grow flowers to look at flowers. I don't grow herbs to look at flowers. Herbs are grown for medicinal use and cooking with and things of that sort. So it was so funny. I said, okay, y'all want me to just stop pruning? And everybody was like, no, 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 keep pruning, but just don't prune the pineapple sage. I'm like, okay. Y'all see how beautiful that, um, let me see if I can get out of the way. The mustard greens are here. See how big they are? They're ready to pick and eat, really, but I have to wait till the weekend because I don't have time to do it during the week. Yeah, planting too early can mess things up, micro farmer. It really can. I'm almost done out here. I've got I need to do something with these cucumbers because they are flowering, but they look good. That I don't know if you can see them. They look good and they're big, they're huge, but they haven't started. I don't see any cucumbers on them yet. So I don't know if they're um, going to fruit these. Well, I'm not gonna claim that. We're gonna claim that they're gonna fruit, that they just haven't fruited yet. I just pruned my sunflowers. Okay, so the plant can concentrate growing nice heads. Ah, you know what? I've never done this is my first year growing sunflowers. So I am going to do that this weekend. Thank you for that tip. Oh, that is good information. See, that's why I like YouTube because that's great information. Thank you for that tip. Do you prune, micro farmer? Yes, it feels great talking to someone on video while you're out in the dark because you at yes, yes, because I at least know somebody's watching. It does. My sister worry about me. She's always talking about you don't need to be outside at night watering. I know you're on all that land and you feel safe, but it's not safe. And I know she's right, but like I said, I can't live in fear. And I'm a retired police officer. I remove the bottom leaves so that the plant can grow stronger. Oh, okay, okay. Just like the tomato plants, then. Okay, that makes sense. I definitely am going to start doing that. I'm not going to put too much water on those tomato plants because I can't see them and I don't want to make them mad. So I'm just going to hit the bottom over here and then we're going to call it a night. My beets, I hate it got dark on us. I wanted to show you how beautiful my beets are. And I like the way you can see that one right there. I love eating the leaves on the beets. They are so tasteful. It tastes like spinach. You can saute them with the onions. Come here and I'll pull some garlic and onions and bell peppers, and I'll saute the beet leaves. I'm going to turn the camera around so you can at least see who you're talking to. Okay. And I am going to head inside and try to get ready for tomorrow. But thank you so much, Micro Farmer, for visiting with me and staying with me until I got ready to go in. I really appreciate your company, and I hope to see you again soon. Please subscribe and share and like my videos. And I hope that you stick around so you can see that greenhouse get finished. Okay? Thank you, and I'm going to look you up. Bye-bye.